got ourselves, oh god. Where am I? I'm stuck in deep space. That was weird. Oh, that was really weird. Ave Maria gonna be first up over for the team 2. As a Tarn Paladin. Apparently they also adjusted, looking at your weapon, I like that mace, I want to get it. But second, apparently they adjusted maces so they should fit better on the when sheathed and when wielding by many characters. Apparently that was like one of the minor buffs or changes that Blizzard made for 9.5. I wonder if it'll be noticeable. We got ourselves Derma over for the team 1. Kidney shot into Ave Maria. Immediate trinket by the Paladin. Try to see if he can shut down Derma. Maybe get himself big damage. Not going for wings, but looking for that Necrolord procs. Might be enough to maybe get some damage rolling in. Derma with a Cloak of Shadows. No, not a Cloak of Shadows. Evasion. Just looking, he was so shrouded. Just dancing around the pally, not letting the rogue get a clean reset, but Derma is able to go for that carry and go, trying to sink it back-to-back eviscerates Ave Maria, forced to use a blessing of protection, trinket out of the rogue to try to break out of that stun, feeling like he's gonna get locked down by Ave Maria and drop. And Ave Maria's shield event, blessing protection is finally down. Trying to see if they might be able to find Derma, picking up the ice really early. It looks like Derma is skulking away to create some line of sight, trying to find himself a little bit of a better situation, a bit of a better opportunity instead. Cheap shot into Ave Maria, trying to see if he might be able to have himself a bit of a go. Ave Maria got big wings ready to go for the next auto attack. Do they have a Hodge to work with it? Looks like Derma maybe looking for that shadow step versus Ave Maria. Does go for that step, trying to see if he can avoid the Paladin completely. With a blind to follow, trying to see maybe he can force anything out of Ave Maria. Maybe a bubble, maybe a trinket. Looks like trinket is down for 30 seconds. Only bubble available for Ave Maria. Derma better be very careful. Next Hodge with wings and a setup for Ave Maria could be really deadly. Best Derma can really do is try to cloak it early. Derma is going to drop down a big explosive grenade versus Ave Maria. Looks like burst coming out of the Paladin. Trying to see if he might be able to make that Hodge work. It looks like he's able to almost do it. Going to be a Cloak of Shadows at the last second with advantage as Derma almost survived it. Oh my goodness, no, Ave Maria almost had him. The rogue lived with like 2 health at the very end. That was a nice turnaround. Derma wasn't able to pre-cloak it or anything. Sees the Paladin looking to pick up the eyes, is going to hit him with a stab, trying to control this duel as best as possible. If Ave Maria can get himself a Hodge, another one, maybe they can make something work here. Going to be immediate ticket for Ave Maria. Derma with an evasion. If Ave Maria could go for a Hodge, I would still go through the rogue. Got himself the Hodge, potentially big procs. Do they have the crits? Needs that crits in order to take down Derma. Will they be able to do it? Needs one more hit. Jumper's Verdict doesn't quite get the crit that they need. Derma with the shadow step, tried with the Paladin, and it's going to be a quick reset. Paladin almost finds out in the open. Does hit him with a Wake of Ashes. Getting shot onto Ave Maria as a Kyrian burst comes out for Derma. Does have enough damage with those eviscerates. Looking for the big procs. Another cheap shot onto Ave Maria. Is that going to be enough though? Another cheap shot to follow. Shield of Aegis does keep Ave Maria alive for just half a second with a bit of that Word of Glory holy power to try to keep him afloat, but looks like couldn't quite do it. Holy moly, swinging around the corner versus Derma. Hits him with a stun. Death Shock grenades are up and running. Gonna be a disarm to Holy moly. Derma taking a load of damage from the survival hunter. Quick in the shot, but the pet should be able to catch up to him. We got an extra spear just continuously hitting Derma. The pet is slowed down. Derma does catch himself a reset, but the hunter's mark is still on him. Holy moly, not letting him go anywhere. Derma tried to go for a shadow step, trying to see if he can avoid him as best as possible. More grenades get sent in. Holy moly just needs a kill shot or two. Just needs one more hit. Derma with a smoke bomb blind, but it's going to be over. Holy moly, trinket it. I don't think they necessarily had to, but didn't rely on their pet to be able to finish that duel. Taking him out. Holy moly, using the new Dark Ranger look. I like that. With that said, with that Mog, that looks wicked. Also with them shoulders. Kib gonna be up next. We haven't seen Kib during these duels in a while. The Shadow Priest playing that Necrolord. Death Shock running right through. Kib might have to go for a disperse here. Chooses not to. Decides, you know what? I think I'll be okay and plenty healthy. Siphon is up and running. He's just gonna go for big PI. Not yet, actually. Just bursts outside of PI. Just Vampire Wood Eruption is gonna send the pets up and running. Looks like he's saving PI for some time later. And he's trying to blast out a Holy moly as much as able to humanly possible. Got himself a lot of health recovery there. With a quick freeze of trap, that's still going to be lots of shadow damage onto Holy moly. Does dive into camo really quickly to try to avoid that extra shadow that spawned from Kib. I am surprised. Wait, Kib also has got tier set. You know what? We haven't seen Shadow Priest in their tier set just yet. That was Kib with Megalomania. So that wasn't proper Void Eruption. That was just a Megalomania Void Eruption. Interesting. PI is up for Kib. Might be looking at potentially going for a bit of healing. Does get himself a Vampiric Embrace. All the single target damage he does versus the Hunter is going to give him some healing. Holy moly, just had a grenade ready for him though. It looks like that explosive from the Death Chakram was enough to take down the Hunter. I honestly thought, I mean, Shadow Priest. Apparently that was enough. I'm surprised. Holy moly, with Quick Fang Death trying to go for a little bit of healing. As Toxic just gets hit with a bit of a reset with a Freezing Trap. Holy, unless you get himself another something, anything. Camo, something needs to be used now. Maybe Turtle? Might want to use Turtle. Try to separate away from the Rogue. Oh my god, Holy got no health whatsoever. Next Kidney Shot is going to be super giga deadly. I don't know how you recover this. Honestly, Fleshcraft, trying to see maybe it'll give him a little bit of survivability. Kidney Shot to Holy. Does have a trigger for it. That's going to be Vendetta onto Holy. Has a Feign Death to remove a lot of those dots. Might be able to survive it when Holy doesn't go for a full reset here. Oh, he got Vendetta though. I think he still has a Vendetta on him. He should be able to see where the Hunter's at. He's heading towards him. He definitely sees him. But a Manic Bandage lets Holy recover a ton here. Rogue walking into the flare. Just trying to see if he can maximize whatever damage he's got. He must have calm points ready to go. Like, he just did the Kidney Shot. And he should have himself a pretty good setup. Gonna be a big Death Chakram on Toxic. No trigger for Holy Moly. Unless maybe he can survive the onslaught by the Rogue. He goes in for... Wait. He goes in for a flesh cut the last second. But Holy Moly played the... Oh, wait. That's kind of buggy looking. Normally it's just supposed to be armor, not actual full body. But it's playing that Aramir is still buying for the cheat death mechanic. Able to use his character, able to function for a short time after dying, but at a heavily reduced value. 50% reduced damage and healing done. But at least you can set up some dots and CC on somebody. In a 5v5 1v1 duel, at least you can get somebody dotted up to make sure, like a rogue, you would keep him out of stealth to make sure that the next guy goes in and can dumpster him down like Toxic, get it completely loaded up with dots. I think might just be able to survive it potentially. Get himself a sipping cup. Looks like he's trying to do the very, very best he could. But that sepsis is just deadly. Gonna be full sepsis Vendetta out to bad mana. I might not be able to survive it. I think this might be over. Got us a seed pod. Daddy with a deadly burst. Honestly, I feel like Deadly needs to change his name because it's Deddy. You gotta swap out one of the, it's like D-E-D-D-I. He gotta swap out one of those D's into an L, and then he's gonna be Deadly. He has to do it, man. I think he's gotta. Taxi, the only man to try to see if he can stop Deadly. Got himself the Shavara, Dada-Dub, the Rogue, and try to see if he might be able to take him down if possible. That's gonna be stunning around the corner. Fake Taxi try to keep the pressure on him. Agony Corruption rolling in with Shavara, adding on a little bit extra damage. Deadly could use the Shavara to give himself quite a few calm points. Looks like he's going to go for that Shadow Step with a 4-foot tax to try to see if he can keep himself at bay from the Rogue. Just try to see if he can keep away from the sepsis, keep away from the damage. Fear on to Deadly. As he tries to reverse the Kidney Shot back on the Taxi. Dark Pact is going to use, but looks like Deddy not looking to engage Taxi. Just trying to go for a full reset over the dots on the Shavara. I don't think he's going to be able to get a clean one unless he can just avoid Shavara just long enough to get himself a re-stealth. I don't know how this Rogue recovers at this point. Even with a Cloak of Shadows, even if he doesn't take any dots, the Shavara is eventually going to take him down as he goes in for a slap or two. That's going to be C-Pot on top with a big explosive grenade. This is going to be full dots going to set up by Tags and Malefic Rapture to follow. Just trying to see if he can burn through the Rogue. And Antobadan or Sejiro are the last two left over for the team 2. Wow, this is good. This is going to be going for a while, boys. Just about everybody got a chance to play. If Taxa takes down Anton next and Sejiro gets a chance to play, then everybody will have a chance to play each other. Taxi versus Anton with the Death Knight magic buffs that are received recently, and the armor nerfs to Taxi. It looks like the shoe is on the other foot with Taxi. Might have to play it extra defensive than ever before. Dark Pack getting used really early. Mortal into Anton, trying to establish CC. That's going to be a Ledgeborn to break Anton out of that fear. Taxi better have mobility nearby at all times. This is going to be the pet. Getting amped up. Wall out for Taxi. Trying to use Soul Rod and Deathbolt to do the most damage to Anton. That's going to be a stun. Taxi needs to go for as much stuff healing as possible. Another stun to follow. Does himself a little bit of healing. Drain Life is the only thing keeping him alive. Trying to use the Drain Life in order to keep himself afloat. Barely doing it. Anton actually has his health. Turned around and actually just melted out to the down way. Did Anton do? Did Fake Taxi just do it? Did Taxi just turn around to Anton? Anton had to do everything there, reverse all the damage, and not use the dome at all, the AMZ. It looks like Taxi survived it, but barely. That was such a high stress situation. My stomach hurts from watching that. Oh my god, that healing. And Anton still might die to dots. Wait, are you okay? He sacrificed the pet. He's got nothing left. Taxi some way somehow was able to turn around and recover. Silence and a Taxi as Anton's looking to get as much healing recovery as he can, and just try. Mortical is actually going to send him behind the box, which is exactly where he was going anyway. Summoning a fresh new pet is gonna have to sacrifice so that thing gets slow. Taxi used the Darkback really early. Trying to see if he can. Is the Anton chasing up to Taxi? It looks like he is. He's trying to see if he can re-engage. He got AMS ready to go very soon. He could use AMS here. The Spell Warden keeping him alive just a little bit longer. Taxi hit with a stun. Wait, did Anton turn it around? No way Anton turned it around. No way Anton just was able to turn that around. No! Are you kidding me? No way he turned it around. My goodness. I am in disbelief. That was clutch. That was close. A single stun. And I think he might have gotten execute with it too. Wow. I honestly thought, at first it came into, dude, that was a roller coaster. I thought, okay, Anton definitely got this. Wait.